Hey y'all, so look, despite the world ending and everything, it is still an election year, so I thought I'd take a little break from the apocalypse to talk about something else that pisses me off: the way many Democrats look at rural America. They ask me all the time why people where I'm from vote against their own self-interest. Well, let me answer that question with a question of my own. Why in the hell would they vote for you? What have you ever done to make them think you give even the semblance of a shit about them or any of their problems? Democrats nationally think that rural Americans are dumb, so they've written them off entirely, which in my opinion is ironic because strategically that's a stupid fucking thing to do. I swear, Democrats and losing elections is like Princess Peach and getting kidnapped by a lizard. At a certain point, it starts to seem like y'all like this shit. Democrats getting beat in rural America is such a self-fulfilling prophecy. Of course you're gonna lose if you don't even fucking try. You know who did try? Doug Jones, Laura Kelly, Andy Beshear, Joe Biden, Stacey Abrams. Sure, Abrams lost, but she was doing great until Brian Kemp straight up stole that shit from her, which, side note, what is it with rich white guys and stealing shit all the time? Like, I'm sorry, I know it ain't politically correct to say, but if you ask me, if these rich whites weren't so goddamn lazy and afraid of hard work, maybe the rest of us wouldn't have to prop them up all the time. I'm just saying. Anyway, Abrams and most of the rest of those did well because they had the support of black voters, especially black women, because that's the other thing. Democrats nationally think that all rural Americans are white and racist, but almost 20% of rural Americans are black, Latino, Native American. 20% of the whole of rural America is a shitload of people you don't even know exist but expect to vote for you? How's that work? And if they don't outright ignore rural Americans, the other thing Dems love to do is bullshit them. They'll run as a Democrat but adopt a bunch of conservative or almost conservative policies to try to get their vote. Let me tell you something about that shit. It fools nobody and pisses everybody off. In 2018, in my home state of Tennessee, Phil Bredesen tried that shit. He ran for Senate as a Democrat, but he did a bunch of conservative shit like formally support Brett Kavanaugh. He thought he could have his moon pie and eat it too, and you know what happened? He got fucking dog walked by an evil, dead-eyed Uber Karen named Marsha Blackburn. You can't have it both ways, y'all. And now I'm sure some of y'all are thinking, well, it's not like we can talk to these people about progressive policies. They're never going to listen to that. Yeah, well, goddamn, Tristan, it ain't like you got to show up there talking about aborting babies with confiscated hunting rifles and shit. There's plenty of progressive policies these people would hear you out on, okay? Tell them you're going to get their Meemaw's nerve pills paid for. Tell them you're going to open their hospital back up, give more money to their kids' school. Tell them you're going to take their drug-addicted son out of jail and put him into treatment. Tell them you're going to take money out of the pocket of the rich motherfucker that gave their job to a robot and give it to them to buy groceries with. It ain't that fucking hard, y'all. It really ain't. Donald Trump got through to these people in 2016 by acknowledging them and promising to make their lives better. Well, trust me, ain't shit better. And sure, a lot of these people are so deep in the MAGA pool by now they've grown racist gills. But I promise you, plenty of them are still waiting on someone to throw them an actual line here. Story time. A couple years ago, as part of a documentary I'm working on, we set up a town hall on universal basic income, as progressive a policy as you'll find in my extremely rural hometown. Day came, the courthouse was packed. And these people didn't just come to get a free biscuit and be pissed off all day, all right? They were interested. They were receptive. I've seen it with my own eyes. This is not the lost cause y'all think it is. These people will listen. We just have to pull our heads out of our asses long enough to talk to them.